should know that I've got you on my mind. The secret admirers, I've been watching.
Old. It is great to be here in America, the greatest country in the world, if you haven't traveled a lot. Do we have to constantly scream we're number one? It's always the people that live in the most boring parts of this country that scream the loudest. People in Kansas, we're the greatest country in the world. It's like, do you guys have internet there? You ever seen a photo of Fiji? I've never been to Fiji, but I've seen photos. It looks pretty amazing. It's hard to think we're better than that. We're top 10. Maybe if we started screaming that every day, maybe terrorists would stop trying to saw our heads off. We're top 10. And they'd be like, that's fair. It was that number one stuff that was getting old. America's basically turned into one of these factories where we just have a sign up like, it's been 22 days since our last horrible thing. And it's like, oh, all right, rip it down, we're back at zero again. These things just keep happening, you know, whether it's Ferguson or Baltimore. I can solve racist cops, that's an easy fix, but nobody comes to me for the answers. You want to get rid of that forever? How about this? Only black people should be allowed to be cops. Boom, problem solved. And if any of you have issue with this, it's because you're racist. Ooh, what about white people? White people can be firefighters. We're more outdoorsy, it makes sense. White people, firefighters, black people, cops. Who wants tickets to the softball game now? Yeah, it's gonna get pretty tense. Might want to put in a mercy rule. And the next time we have one of these tragedies, inevitably we will, and you happen to be so unfortunate enough to know the person that's being accused of the crime, do us all a favor and don't get on TV the next day and be like, I lived next to him for 32 years. I never could have seen this coming. Maybe you should be locked up for 6 months. I find nothing more disrespectful. You never could have seen it coming. I've never met anyone in my entire life that I couldn't wrap my brain around the fact that they are capable of awful things. Literally no one. My mom could blow up a nursery. And if you put me on TV the next day and I was completely honest with myself, I'd be like, I can see it. No, it makes sense. Sometimes when I was a kid, I'd come home from school, she wasn't happy to see me. I think she hates children. Ladies, know that every man you're sitting next to tonight, if you could get into their head and see every thought they have ever had, you would immediately pull out a gun and blow your head off. Because trust me, they're capable of anything. All day long, every day, nothing but twisted, weird, awful shit is just going round and round and round. And what do at night? You snuggle up next to them because you're so happy that you're not alone. And I think that says more about you. By the way, I do love this country. We're the only place with any diversity. The entire planet's segregated. If you look at the Olympics, you look at our U.S. gymnastics squad, we have an Asian girl, a white girl, a black girl. Look at the Chinese squad. Any guesses? Did you guess exclusively Chinese bitches? Yeah, that's all that's ever been on that team. That's all that will ever be on that team. And they wonder why they're not getting golds anymore. Well, you better get a Harlem in China. You think snapping together iPads all day is tough? It is not as tough as it used to be. Now they have suicide nets around their building so they can jump out, bounce right back. Sorry, boss, just need some fresh air. Back to making Americans more stuff? You got it. This is a tough joke to do as a white comedian, but here goes. Because where this country is now, from where we came from, is pretty remarkable. There's nothing more shameful in our country's past than slavery. Okay, that's horrible. But I've grown up in a generation where I've idolized black people my entire life. They are better at everything. So the fact that we pulled off slavery, I've already said it's awful. That's off the table. I'm just saying it's kind of neat. I mean, at any point, they could have been like, you know we can just run away, right? And you will never catch us. And if you do, we will beat the living shit out of you. All right, that's about how well that joke should go over. There's a fine line between appreciating the sarcasm and, ooh, this feels like a rally.
Hey, honey, look.
And you did well.
New neighbors moving in next door.
That's a joke I do not do everywhere. That's a joke. If the audience gets a little too excited, I shut it down.
And convince them to keep the noise down.
You start hearing a couple yee-haws, trouble's a brewing.
Hey, neighbors, get the beach up.
Keep the noise to a minimum.
As soon as
got
yee-haw
y'all.
hits
We
a
won't be no
certain
trouble.
octave,
Remember,
hate crime,
don't
and
call the
T
cops.
minus 10,
Just call us.
9. The unemployment rate in our country is around 6.5%. I'm told that's pretty good. I wish a president would have the balls to say what I'm about to. 10% of Americans don't deserve jobs. Good night. Like, that's a number I can get my head around. Of course, there's exceptions to that. That's not who we're talking about. But if you don't think 10% of Americans are lazy pieces of shit, then you have never traveled anywhere. Because the number that blows me away is that over 90% of Americans have jobs. Who the f is hiring you morons? Because I wouldn't. The sense of entitlement, everyone thinks they deserve more than they have. No one's content. Young kids, I won't even talk to them anymore because you parents have done such a bang-up job. If I meet one more kid and ask him what he wants to do when he gets older, and he replies, I'll be famous like you, I'm gonna kick him in his teeth. You're never gonna be famous. Never. You have no chance. I didn't get here because I work hard. I have a gift from God. Everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame, buddy. Excuse me? That's an average. Yeah, that's 0 for you. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 20 years, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. You know what the unemployment rate in China is? Neither do I, because I'm American. Stupid. It's gotta be low, right? Those people get up at 3 in the morning to practice the violin for 4.5 hours. Then they work on math for 12 hours, and whatever's left, they're ninjas. If you think for 1 second we will ever catch up with them, you are out of your mind. Just sit at home and be patient until they take over. And quite frankly, they deserve our country. I know, shit, China's here. Do we take off our shoes? How does this work? Would you like me to fix all the environmental problems on the planet? I can do it. The solution is simple. You won't help. That's the real problem. Stop having kids. You hear that? That's not enough support. That's why we have to contaminate the water. Because most of you are not on board yet. But that's all that has to happen. Just stop having kids, and then we can have the greatest party for the next 60 to 70 years, just pissing through all the natural resources. It would be amazing. Joy. To know that there's a lady here right now just going, I deserve a family too. No, you don't. You don't. It's called the American dream for a reason. It's unrealistic. It's not going to happen for everyone. You want a kid so bad, adopt one, you selfish wench. We're only halfway through the show. Hang in there. You ever seen an orphanage? I ask you from time to time because I know the answer. Most people haven't. It's a real problem in this country. There's kids that need homes, yet where they're located is a goddamn mystery. You'd think that'd be a crucial part of the orphanage's business plan. Being very accessible. Like, hey, we're over here. Nobody's ever given me directions to their place. I'm like, go to the orphanage, you take a right, my house is right there. It is a better way. You ever go to a grocery store on a Saturday and out front they have a pin set up for rescue dogs? I'm not implying putting the orphans in. I'm just pointing out that that's also a real problem. They were smart enough to realize, bring the problem to us, shove it in our face, makes the problem go away. Now set up a nicer pin, put it in the shade. If you can afford Whole Foods, you can afford another child. And if you can't, at least put some hand sanitizer on and sit there and play for a couple minutes. That's the very least you could do. You ever watch your morning local news where once a week somebody from the animal shelter will bring a dog on? Do you know why they do it? Huh? Because it works. Because bringing that dog on TV makes somebody at home go, you know what, I could take that dog, and you saved his life. Why aren't we doing that with orphans? I don't understand it. Honestly, like this is Carlita, she's only 5, you can change her name, she doesn't give a shit. Come on, Carlita. Can you dance, Carlita? She just wants a home for Christmas. You don't hear a lot about the charity work I do, and it's because I don't do any. You know what's better than tax write-offs? Keeping your money. That's just a fun joke to tell rich people. It's not true. I work with Make-A-Wish all the time. That's an incredible experience. For me, not the kids that are dying. Yeah. They chose to hang out with me. They knew what kind of jokes I told. They were okay with it. I don't pander on stage, and I certainly don't pander off stage. And I'm telling you honestly, these dying kids have the best sense of humor on this planet. Their parents, not so much. But I don't care. As soon as I meet them, I start giving it to them. Like, you sure you're dying? You know this is my weekend, right? What's that sound? I'm like, I'm dying. Like, all right, let's go. Don't come on me, mother. They want to be treated like anybody else. They can handle it. Trust me, they handle a lot worse. This kid I was hanging out with last year, Bunch, was 17. I'm like, this is awesome that you're dying now. You got this in right under the wire. If you don't know, the organization is 18 under. So if you're dying of cancer at 19, they're like, hope your dreams are cheap. If you're laughing right